Yeah, or do you want me to, you want to record? Bridget,
You're,
you
you're
want to
on.
record?
Yep, it's recording.
Yeah, because that's good. Okay, welcome everybody to our Soulz Lifestyle event. I'm really excited to be hosting this evening, and bear with me, I haven't done this in a little while. But tonight we're going to talk about a little bit of our program, our health and wellness, and our nutrition support that comes along with it. We're also going to talk about a side hustle, as in making a bit of income on the side, and whether you want to sort of look at that as a part-time gig or look at coming into it as a full-time gig down the track. We're also going to hear from our lovely launcher tonight, which is Nicole, who's going to share a little bit about her why. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. So a little bit about me. I'm Pauline, and I've been in the business for about just over 2.5 years. I answered a Facebook ad, and everything just aligned with where I was at the time. So I have enjoyed every single moment that I've been in this business. I do this full time. And I'm also loving the products that come with the support. So part of my why was that I had been bullied out of a job for over a year, who they seemed to just like that sort of play, and it didn't work very well with me, and I ended up in depressed and in therapy afterwards. So when I saw the ad, it kind of made sense. I looked into it, and I fell in love with not only the community, but the business and the program and product that comes with it. So I'm going to move along a little bit and just move this. So I'm going to introduce a very good friend of mine, Bridget, and she's going to bring on a story about our products and our programs. And yeah, we'll hear from you, Bridget. So it's all yours.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Like Pauline said, my name's Bridget, and I have been in this business about the same time, actually, around 2.5 years now. And tonight I'm here to share with you a little bit about our beautiful program and the products that go alongside it. So if we start first with our products, super simple. It's literally fruit, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. So I think everybody knows what fruit and vegetables are. Everyone knows that they're good for you. So I think the main thing compared to what you're getting every day, for example, in the supermarket, or what you may be getting on your plate, the way that our vegetables are grown these days, and sometimes they're shipped halfway around the world and put in a fridge for maybe a couple of months before they actually come to the supermarket and we buy them, is not that much nutritional support left in them. So what they've done with these is they grow them on the vine or on the tree until they're completely ripe. They pick them, they put them in like this big vat, make a big slushy, so everything goes in, the stalks, the pips, the seeds, skin, everything, and make it into a big slushy, and then it gets dried on these really, really low temperatures, and the water and the sugar evaporates, and you're left with a beautiful powder. So here it is here. Oh, I can show you, my fingers are a bit funny. So it's just a little capsule like that. They're all in vegan capsules. They are all completely vegan, gluten-free, safe for anybody. Kids can take them if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, anyone. So that is our main product. The good thing about these is that the company knows that obviously not everybody can take capsules, so they've also made them in a chewable form. And so these could be for kids or for somebody who obviously taking capsules is not their thing. If you're an adult and you're on an adult's product, then you can get the children's product for free. If you have a child between the age of 4 and 18, you can get the product for free for up to 4 years. So that's amazing. So there's a company with a heart. We look after our children. It's part of the biggest children's study in the world. So that's our main product. Another product that we have is our vegan omegas. So I think everyone knows that we need good fats in our body. Our omegas are incredible for our brain function, our hair, skin, nails, everything. So it's kind of like the oil that runs the car. You have to get omegas from your food source. You can't get them from anything else. So normally you might get them from salmon, good fatty fish or things like that. But if you're vegan, obviously that becomes a problem. And then even if you do eat fish, if you're taking omega, that's a fish oil. One, a lot of the fish these days is contaminated with heavy metals. And two, you get this disgusting burp, like fish burp afterwards. So what we've done is we grow the algae that the fish would normally eat in controlled areas, and we've got get our omegas from that. We also have some other things in there. So we've got pomegranate seed oil, we've got tomato seed oil, there's raspberry seed oil, and there's a bit of orange oil in there as well. So those are our omegas, and the only other product we have are our complete shakes. Now these are my favorite thing in the world. I have them for breakfast every morning with my daughter, or if I'm come back from the gym, or if I'm in a rush in the afternoon and I'm going to grab something that's not so good for me, I'll grab one of these. So they come in vanilla or chocolate. And so just to like give you an idea of what is in here, because they taste incredible and they're just full of superfoods. So it's a pea protein. We've got broccoli sprouts, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, quinoa, millet, sea salt, pumpkin powder, pomegranate powder, spirulina powder, yucca powder, mushroom powder. It's incredible. So this is like a full-on superfood shake. So those are our products. They're pretty simple here in New Zealand and Australia. And alongside that, we have a couple of different health programs that we can plug our customers into that are completely free if you're on any of our products. And there we've got hundreds of recipes, there's exercise programs, there's meal plans, we've got meditation series, there's a whole lot of things, everything you need to really create a healthy, holistic lifestyle. So that's probably it really in a nutshell. I can't tell you what it will do for you, but it is complete natural fruit, vegetables. For me, it completely regulated my hormones, my skin cleared up, it heaps more energy, I no longer get migraines. So even if I didn't work for the company now, I would never ever stop taking these. They completely changed my life. So, but I think the real stories is probably what brings it to life. So I'm going to bring on a friend of mine now, Stacey, and she's going to tell you guys a little bit about your experience with products.
Awesome. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you. My name is Stacey. I'm a solo parent here in Christchurch of 4-year-old twins. I have actually been on this product for 2.5, nearly 3 years now. Always have to question that one. So I started the product in a time of my life where I was exhausted, rundown mum, trying to basically look after 16-month-old twins at that time. I was up during the night. I had a toxic relationship. And I was absolutely exhausted. I thought I was eating okay because I always talked about how we should eat how our grandparents ate, you know, how they don't have a lot of processed foods and stuff like that. But clearly I wasn't. Within 4 days of having this product in my system, I had crazy energy. Now for me, when you're running around after little kids up all night, 2 at the same time, that was all I needed. I was sold within 4 days. I was like, this is it. I'm done. I'm never coming off this. But that wasn't the only results that I had. In 2 weeks, my skin started clearing up. Now, I'm an ex-smoker. I think I'm about 7 or 8 years. I can't really remember anymore. But I was a really, really good smoker. And I had the red capillary kind of cheeks. I don't really know the word, but that had all cleared up. I always wore makeup to cover up, and that had all cleared up. I'm wearing no makeup at the moment, and my skin was amazing from 2 weeks on. The next result I really kind of got was, you know, I was always a 9 o'clock bedtime. Now I stopped my day nap after a couple of weeks, which was awesome. So I slept 2 hours during the day with the twins, and I was in bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, still up at night. I was pretty much solo parenting then too. So I dropped that day nap, and I was going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night because my body was getting all that amazing nutrients. So that for me in the first couple of months was absolutely amazing. The real result I had was about that 4 or 5 month mark, when I actually suffered hip dysplasia from carrying the twins. So that's just basically my hips are just off kilter. And I went through I did all what I needed to do, did all my exercises from my physio, was off it, was trying to align my hips, get them in line, and I still suffered. And carrying 2 babies, walking around the house, trying to look after them and not being able to walk, that was terrible. Within 4 or 5 months of taking this product, I remember thinking to myself, I hadn't complained about pain for a while, and I never thought about it, but I hadn't complained about that hip pain. And I actually said to my ex-partner then, I said, I bet you it's this Juice Plus. I said, I bet you. Anyway, so when I broke up with that relationship, I stopped the Omega, which was the one that was really dealing with that inflammation. And within a couple of days, that pain came back. I stopped it so I could get financially sorted in my own house. And within a few days, I was like, nah, stuff that. We can eat baked beans for a week. I don't care. Mum needs to be at her best. And that was it. I was sold. I actually have done that twice now, and that pain has come back twice. So I've learnt my lesson. I'll never do it again. But apart from that, the cool thing is that, you know, last year it was my twins' first year in preschool. And they only got sick twice, which is really cool. Being their first year in kindy and stuff like that, being sick twice is pretty amazing for kids. I've heard some horror stories. But the 2 times that we did get sick, we ran out of the little chewy gummies a week prior. So it just shows you what that nutrients can do and how it can fight just a simple cold. Now, these days, when we do get a cold, it actually only lasts about 2 days. And, you know, it's not a magic pill. It's not going to cure you, but it's just going to help your body fight. So that was also an amazing result. But that is pretty much my story. It's been amazing. I'll be on it for life. I'm never coming off it. No matter if I have to scrounge or whatever just to get it, it's worth it. So I will pass it back to Pauline, I think, now.
Thanks, Han. So yeah, that's just hearing some of those stories. There's so many of us that have, you know, different stories. The product works differently for us, but I'm going to switch gears a bit and go into the business side of it. And like I said earlier, I got involved in this because I was at a time in my life where I needed a change. This opportunity came to me when I just needed it the most. The community, the conversations, the connections, everything just made sense. So for me to stick around and do this is a no-brainer. I love the whole setup of it all, the way the business structure worked, the way, you know, the whole system works, as in different from traditional business to, you know, having your own business. And the good thing about this is that you can do this in your own time. You know, there's no targets, no deadlines, there's no pressure. It's just you come in and you pick the pace that you want to go at, and you're supported. So to find out a little bit more about that, I'm going to swap over, and we're going to listen to Ellie May, who's going to talk to us about why she came on.
Awesome, thanks Pauline. I'm so excited to be able to share with you guys tonight. Excuse the little fuzzy bit in my screen. I dropped my phone for the 50 millionth time, and I don't have a life-proof case on it like my daughter told me to do. So you'll just have to excuse that. So anyway, I have been in the business coming up 2 years on the 28th of August, I believe. And there was a couple of reasons that I started. I have been following Bridget a little bit online and watching what she was up to. And I had been looking for something that could get me working from home, I guess, or from anywhere. Just I needed more time at home. At the time, I was heavily involved in rugby coaching. I was running a rugby club, coaching a couple of teams, working in schools with rugby, and I was travelling a lot and away from home a lot. And the hardest bit was I was working part-time, but I had to take days off all the time to go and do my training or my coaching or whatever, and it didn't take long to run out of annual leave, and it was costing me a lot of money. The second reason for me was with my older children from my previous marriage. I had worked when they were little. They had gone everywhere with me, but childcare featured heavily. 5:30 a.m. drop-offs to go work at the freezing works, and 4 o'clock pickups, and rushing them into bed. And I was absolutely dog-tired, and I just felt like I was missing out on so much. And my second husband and I wanted to have a child together, and we were both determined that it wouldn't be like that, that one of us would be home. And as he's a farmer, that made it me. So that was really cool. It was so important to be there for all the moments, and not to miss out on anything. So I'd watched Bridget, and I thought, you know what, I don't have anything to lose. I mean, if I don't do this, what's my other options? And I didn't have any other ideas or better options, so I thought I'd check it out. And I'm so glad I did. I'm now a full-time mum at home, apart from my Jess Plus business and giving the odd hand on the farm. I've got a beautiful 10-month-old, and I'm getting to spend every moment with him, and getting to choose mama care over daycare, which is fantastic and such a privilege. So for me, it has been that's been a huge thing. But the other part that I love so much is the community. So I didn't have any idea what that would be like when I joined up. I had no idea about the community, but I can honestly say in the last 2 years, I've had more personal development, more professional development than most people probably have in 5 or 10 years, and they have to pay big bucks for it, and I get it for free. So I have come out of my shell completely. My self-confidence is just soared, my self-belief, and I get to give back to people every day, which is a huge value for me. I've always loved service, and I've loved to help people, and for me, I get to change people's lives every day. So thanks, Bridget. I guess it's all about changing the world, you know. It's just having an impact, and everyone you have an impact on, it's just amazing. I get friends who have gone on the product, and they'll message me, and they're so excited about stuff that's happening. They're like, oh, I'm so skeptical, I didn't think anything would happen, but oh my god, this is happening, and that's happening, and it's just the best feeling ever. So I mean, why wouldn't you want to be part of that? It's fantastic. So I've reached my first goal. I'm at home being a mum, and my next goal is to get my husband spending more time at home, and less time slogging his guts out. So we can spend some more time together as a family. So it's next on the list, and I know I'm going to smash it over. So yeah, I can't wait. So I invite everyone, even if you're a bit skeptical, just check it out. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. I think it's like $170 something a year, and God, if it doesn't work, so what? But I know it will, because it's freaking awesome to be part of. So that's enough rambling from me. Just yeah, definitely have an open heart, open mind, and go check it out. All right, thanks, Pauline.
Thanks, Ellie. So I'm just going to pass it over to the beautiful Tony, who is new to this but has found a way of making it work for her in a full-time job. So over to you, Tony. Hang on a moment. There you go.
Hi. Yes, so my story is I saw an ad that my mentor Pauline had posted, I think it was around September last year. And I was at that point, I was going through college to become a corrections officer. So I graduated in September and had seen her ad, and it didn't say too much. It was just talking about, you know, working from home, making extra income. So I contacted Pauline, and we jumped on a phone call, and she explained, first of all, what the company was about, all the products, and that sold me because I just thought, you know, health and well-being of my family. I have children, one that's particularly fussy. So when she explained how the products work, I thought, yep, straight away thought it'd be good for my kids and then also for myself. So I jumped on that straight away. The staples pack for the free kids shoes and the protein. And then shortly after that said yes to the business. But then I graduated in September, and I was a bit overwhelmed with just the new job, the different shifts, and I hid under a rock for about 6 or 7 months. I didn't do anything, I just hid, and I kind of just watched. And then after a while, I was sort of looking at what our team was achieving, and you know, the support and the inspirational stories and whatnot, and just realized I just sit here and do nothing, nothing's going to happen. So I sort of jumped on board some of the challenges that we do that, you know, help step outside of your comfort zone. COVID happened and I worked for the first week and a half, but then I took leave to look after my kids. So that was a time where I could really sit down and focus. So for those first 2 months, I focused on the business, did a lot of things that made me really uncomfortable. Pauline will tell you, like some of the challenges, I would get really anxious. So I don't want to do that. But I did it. And, you know, I do work full time as well, but I just managed to fit it in between days off and my shifts and whatnot, because I'm on, you know, different rostered shifts. And then I managed to promote twice in May. So partner plus and then to senior partner. And I've kind of been swimming along, like I've been, you know, qualifying and whatnot, but now I'm looking at my next promotion, which is SC. I think the thing that I like about the business is not only the support, like the support is endless. So you've got your mentor or your upline, you've got your team, but then you've got your whole online and community and global team. Like there's just, everyone is not just out for themselves, they're cheering you on, they're there to give you support and help you to try and you know, achieve your best and do it together. You know, it's really quite, it's quite empowering. So yeah, my long-term goal is to eventually for this to be a full-time hustle, because, you know, we're looking at moving to Whangarei at the end of the year, and that's extra travel, and, you know, I want to have more time to with my family, like time freedom and just more opportunities. And, you know, we want to have our own home for our blended family. So there's all these long-term goals that I have. But you know, initially when I first looked at the business, I was kind of like, oh yeah, you know, make extra money. But then you know, the product sold me, and, you know, I always say that I believe my purpose is to help people because I have a strong community and voluntary background, or, you know, that sort of thing. But I think the highlight of doing this is literally that, helping people on their health and wellness journeys. And when you get that feedback from your customers to say, you know, this has helped, or these are the results I've seen, it makes it that much more worthwhile. It, you know, there's a quality behind what you're doing. It's not just getting a sale, it's you're actually effectively helping them in some way. So that's, for me, that never thought that I'd be doing something like this, but now that I've taken the time to really stand back and observe and look and be willing to grow and freak out as well, take all the highs and the lows, like I'm just really excited about just, you know, just not putting any limitations and doing it together. So yeah, I've heard a few things like it's a scam, or, you know, it's a pyramid scheme, and, you know, you're always going to get those people that are uneducated, or it's the fear of the unknown, but they can only say no. They might come back, or they might say yes. So just definitely, if you jump on board, take advantage, because there's so much support. You're not going to fail. So yeah, that's my story to date.
Oh, I love that, Tony. And yeah, you've come such a long way. You know,
Oh, you're frozen there,
not with just
Pauline.
a business, but
I'm just gonna, I think Pauline's just frozen there, but I think the next part we're going to bring on is to introduce Nicole, because it is her launch tonight. And so I would love to hear from you, Han. What is it that attracted you to the business in the first place, and what are you excited about for the future?
I just realised I was muted. So Pauline, I actually heard through my sister that how Pauline was involved with it, and so I got chatting to Pauline and got involved that way. And the reason why I was interested was basically the products from the get-go, because I'm not exactly the greatest cook or person in the kitchen. So when you can get the amount of nutrition you can out of a capsule, that's a go-to for me. I've got 5 kids and I've got twins as well, so 4 of them are 3 and under. So yeah, the fact that it comes with the kids products as well, that was also a go-to for me. Yeah, basically, and the business side of it, to create journeys with other people and help them along, like-minded people, the promoting the healthy lifestyles and doing it with others, and yeah, just trying to get more fulfillment and get more motivation into my life and doing it alongside others at the same time.
Awesome. Well, it's so exciting to have you here, and congratulations on the start of your journey, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure you're going to help so many people, and you're so amazing. You've got an incredible upline. So I don't know if Pauline, if you wanted to say anything before we go.
Yeah, thanks, Bridget. Sorry about that, guys. Internet is very unstable where I am. Yeah, no, thanks for that, Nicole, and I'm excited to see where you go as well. So I just want to say thanks to everybody that got on tonight and shared, and those who have jumped on and supported Nicole on this new venture that she's in. And if any of this resonates with anybody of you, or that you share the video with, or who has popped on here, please reach out to who invited you and get your questions answered, because the bottom line comes down to is what if. So that's it from me, and that's it from everybody else, I think. So enjoy your evening, guys, and thanks a lot, and yeah, tune in next week.